It's the same as battle, baby. It's all footwork and technique.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin, and we are here with another episode of Mushoku Tensei. Before we do anything, we have a comment. Kelvin Cawthon from the Patreon, a day off in Roa. I'm not too sure if I mentioned these thoughts on your previous Mushoku Tensei reaction with Griffin, but if so, I'm sorry I'm doing it again. The Eris barn scene in this episode filtered a lot of people out of watching this show. A lot of people are unable to watch shows that feature main characters they don't like or don't find agreeable, which I don't really understand, but to each their own. I more understand the people dropping it due to the sexual abuse. But, for better or for worse, a main theme of this show is how Rudy is a piece of shit human being and him wanting slash trying to change himself. At this point in the story, you're not supposed to like Rudy. You're supposed to find his perverted actions, like the barn scene,
Yep.
totally despicable. One thing I love about Mushoku Tensei is also the one reason I hate mostly every other isekai. In most isekais, the main character is a generic no one in the real world, and once he's transported, he is suddenly a chick magnet, exudes confidence, has a great personality, etc. Like somehow just because the main character is reborn in a new world, all his personality problems slash insecurities are just gone. In Mushoku Tensei, Rudy carries over all of his flaws, insecurities, ways of thinking, and disgusting habits. He said that he knows he was a piece of shit in the old world, and that this is his chance to try again and have a new life. People need time to change themselves. It's not an instant process, especially if they have an arrested psychological development and carry some pretty severe trauma. They have to want to be a better person and actively work towards it. Lastly, it wouldn't be a Kelvin post if he didn't correct something, right? Theta is correct. Rudy does write his personal notes in Japanese. And also, Justin is correct. The aphrodisiac would work with either gender. The merchant says one sip lets you go 10 times without pulling out. Give a woman a sip, and she'll be drooling and spreading her legs, they say.
I agree wholeheartedly with that. With the entire sentiment of that comment.
Okay. I guess for the last part, I only remembered the first half. I didn't remember the last half.
I didn't remember the exact wording, but I did remember the statement.
Well, that was the discussion that we had during that episode, was that I only remembered the first part, and you kept saying that would work on a woman, and since I only remembered him saying something about men, I thought it only worked on men.
Hmm.
I mean, otherwise, the majority of that comment, since I've heard it already, was mostly directed at you. Or rather, your thoughts on the comment are the thoughts that they're applying for.
Yeah, it's more the acknowledgement of the fact that, like, even if you're given like a shocking second chance, you still come in with your baggage. Like, most people don't just go, "Oh, second chance," and just throw their baggage out of the plane. No, they keep it in their carry-ons above them. Like, you got to go through your shit.
I don't know, really depends. On one hand, as they said, no matter of isekai, a lot of reincarnation isekai, which is a subgenre of isekai, don't address it at all, in that they don't address the real world. Like, you get like a minute, maybe a minute and a half, and then suddenly
Mhm.
they're born into the fantasy world, and we never talk about it ever again. I think it's just a trick some shows do so that they can get the isekai tag on them without actually having to do anything. Otherwise, it could just be a fantasy anime.
Yeah, because I can imagine that having the isekai tag would be a pretty valuable draw.
Well, it broadens your viewer base to people who might not otherwise have just wanted to watch a generic fantasy show.
Yeah.
Also, it depends on what time you put it out. Like if you were doing it during the Sword Art Online era, which is where an isekai got a big kick again in popularity, you're instantly getting, I don't know, some percentage of the views. Maybe not a
Yeah.
lot, but even like a 2% up is still a 2% up. A win is a win.
Well, also, depending on the size of the audience, 2% is a lot.
Right, right, but I mean, it's not market pull, right?
Yeah.
If everyone's talking about like Jujutsu Kaisen this season, or everyone's talking about SAO, then you're not gonna get prime market share. So even if you could siphon off 2%, it's still better than nothing.
Oh, exactly.
It's butts and seats.
And butts and seats is what matters.
All right. Well, we've got the board here. You want to point out what's new on the board?
Mm, mm, mm. Really, what's new on the board is just the more of the greyrat family members at the top.
Yep. Hilda, Soros. I think that's it.
I think so.
I mean, Alphonse isn't a gray rat. That's why it's called Alphonse.
It's true.
All right.
Alphonse is human.
I mean, they're all human. I don't think you could point out one gray rat that's not human.
It's true.
All right, well, that's been your exciting the board moment where we
It
keep
has.
track of literally everybody in the show
It's true.
in the least exciting moment of the show. All
Hey,
right.
I got a fun little chuckle out of the dad joke, so I'm there for it.
All right. Well, I realize we did the board first. Normally, we should have done your recap first, so how about we just go ahead and get into your recap?
Okay. Um, was it this episode where he buys the aphrodisiac?
One would think, given that it came up in a comment.
Okay. So they have sort of a little excursion into the city. They see the markets. It is revealed that Eris has zero comprehension of how money works. Because Rudy is going around and basically being a stock investor within the market, pricing out everything, seeing how what he could buy low to sell high. At that point, he is offered an aphrodisiac from a passerby. He does buy it, but it gets broken.
No. That
Okay.
doesn't happen.
No?
You've made up a series of events in your head.
No, that's absolutely what he was doing in the market.
No, I believe the guy offers to sell it to him. He doesn't buy it, but he gets given it to as a gift later on in the
You're
episode.
right. Thank you for that clarification.
Well, now, see, every time I say, no, you're wrong, and then you say, no, I'm wrong, and I'm like, God, am I wrong? Am I wrong? I have no confidence after you question me.
It's also been a full ass week since we've watched this, so I
Yeah.
am trying to pull this out of my brain.
Well, I'm always
Uh,
100% sure about everything I say until I say it, and then
so
people look
true.
at me weird, and I'm like, oh, shit, am I wrong?
But the big moment of the episode was a moment that took place in a barn, which will be left at that.
I don't know, that was the biggest moment.
Nothing else is coming to my mind, so this is one where you're going to want to jump in.
Well, I mean, obviously it was a thing, but
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to say it's the biggest moment. My problem is now I can't think of anything else other than maybe educating Eris on the value of a. Sorry, I can't remember the name of
Oh,
money.
yeah, no, there was the education process wasn't working, but relating it to adventure made her completely focus.
Oh, what happens after?
and they showed like silhouettes of the adventuring party of previous.
Oh yeah, I forgot to bring that up. Well, I guess it hasn't changed, but you know, I do got that I just sent you, and then hopefully we'll remember to.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make a note here, so future editing me will know what to do. So yeah, I mean, do you think we've seen anybody new in this shadowy Who's That Pokemon that I've thrown you?
No, because I think so far we've seen Paul. Boom, boom, boom.
I know
Hold on.
your thing is Digimon, but I don't think there's a Who's That Digimon. Do they do that?
No, they do not. They're too cool for that. Paul, Zenith, and Ghislaine. I think those are the three we've seen.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to do something to that image to indicate, like, if I can highlight the certain shadows to make them pop out so that we know which ones you've identified so far. So I'm just
Yeah.
really trying to make a game out of this. That's all I'm trying to do. So there's no Digimon rap, is what you're telling me.
There is a Digimon rap, but it's from the first Digimon movie.
Oh, I only remember. Sorry, I've already gone over the fact that I'm not really a Digimon or a Pokemon guy, but was it We Are? It's not We Are. Children of a Nation? Something like that. Kids of
Uh,
America. Kids in America.
Correct.
That
However, the I know that the opening of the first yeah, it's it's literally the Digimon the movie Digirap.
See, if you're saying that's the beginning of the movie, literally, Kids in America is the credit song. That's all I remember. I just have a very vivid memory of having to stay over someone's house and just like laying on a cot and Digimon is playing on the TV. So
Yeah, like this is it's so I just put it on to remind myself. It's got like it's got that weird like techno electric Digimon OG song with a guy rapping over it. And like they loop parts, it's weird.
when you say the OG song, I assume you mean. Oh no, all I'm thinking of is whatever that thing that plays when they do the transformation.
You're thinking correct.
Digimon,
Yeah, no,
Digimon.
you are correct.
Okay,
It's rapping over that. This is a lot going on for one person's ears.
so it was a big hit, is what you're saying.
It's memorable. I don't know if I'd call it a hit.
Not to be fair, Digimon was a big hit, so I mean
True.
that's right up there with it's time to duel. You know, really stuttering out your shit is really the way to go with a children's show.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
All right, well, that has been your Digimon 5 minute. How about anything else about the Mushoku Tensei?
It's true. No. This was an episode that going in I did not know where we were headed because it didn't really set up. It set up future, but I don't know the pacing that
I
we're gonna hit.
I think that's only true because you don't remember the episode titles.
Yes.
Because you said I didn't know where we were going in the episode titled "A Day Off in Roa." Or predominantly, I would guess we're going to Roa
That's
on
crazy.
our day off.
In
Oh,
Roa?
to be fair,
Get
I
out of
was
here.
about to ask you a really dumb question because I just remembered it's like, oh, that's right. Eris has this like moment where she goes crazy when she's trying to do all of her studies. And I was like, what happened after that? And it's like, oh, the entire rest of the episode. That's when they decide they need a break and they take a day off in a row.
But that day off was in Roa, right?
Mm. Yeah, well, I mean, they're in Roa already.
Got it.
So, I
Got it.
mean, should have been like day off in my hometown. You're weird. You are where you are.
And I think that's it. That's the spot to leave it at. You are where you are.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get on into it then.
Let's do it.
But before we get started,
Make sure that you hit the like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
on top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
Unfiltered.
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
In an actual sword fight, Eris would body Rudy.
We already saw that.
But like here is actually showing it.
今のフェイントに反応できるとはな。もう少しで上級剣士にもなれるだろう。本当？やったー！
What about me?
Not fam. You're too scared of getting hit.
I mean, arguably, he's already... You know, you're saying Eris would not kill him, would kick his ass in a sword fight. Yeah, but if he was allowed to use magic, he would kick her ass if she came at him with a sword.
Oh yeah, no. Like as someone who does magic, his offensive power is there, and the defensive.
汝の求めるところに大いなる炎の加護あらん。勇猛なる灯火の厚さを今ここに。ファイヤーボール。
お母様、私が魔術を使うの見ていて。すごいのよ。ちょっと怖いわね。あまり危ない真似
I
は
guess
しない
he's,
でね。
just repeating what Roxy taught him.
Oh, okay. There is something.
僕何かしましたかね。
There's something that about Paul that's messed with her mom.
You sure? You sure it's not the fact he keeps trying to sexually assault her daughter? You can't
No one
hate
else has
Rudy
seen
for
you.
Rudy.
It's possible, but it would be the first case of someone actively being like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, come here.
I mean, besides us.
Besides us.
はい。ルーデウス様、お初にお目にかかります。エドナ・レイルーンと申します。折り入って相談に参りました。
授業時間が足りない？
はい、半年後、お嬢様は10歳になられます。その際、領内外から貴族の方々を招いて、大々的にパーティーを催すのですが、
As we learned,
そのメインイ
birthdays
ベン
are
トが
5-year
主役
events.
であるエリス様のダンス披露なのです。
Yes.
おお、エリスのダンス、それは見ものですね。
So will you.
おっと失礼。
ダンスは貴族のたしなみです。エリス様にも身につけていただくのですが、今のままではダンスどころか礼儀作法もままなりません。
でしょうね。
でしょうね。
あ、いえ、続けてください。
Sorry,
ですので、
not a
よけれ
not a phrase we use in this world.
時間を分けていただければと思い、参った次第でございます。
なるほど、なるほど。そういうことでしたら、どうぞどうぞ。
よろしいのですか？
エリスには誕生日をいい思い出にしてほしいですからね。
思いがけず時間ができた。
I thought they were gonna try and trick him into them thinking that he was gonna teach Eris to dance.
読めない。
重心語だね。興味があるのかい？
少し時間ができたので、他の言語でも学んでみようかと。
Said everyone, accomplished no one.
なんたって重力を使用人にすることだってできるんだから。
なるほど、それはいいですね。
おや、君もあれの良さがわかるのかい？
ええ、初めて実物を目の当たりにしましたが、モフモフのあの耳、たまらないですよね。
わかるよルーデウス。僕は特に尻尾が好みでね。 感情に合わせてぴょこぴょこ動く時なんてもう。やはり君
Okay.
も
Okay, okay, boys, pull it back. Pull it
エリッ
back.
ク様、僕は重心語を勉強することにします。
よろしい。特別に本の持ち出しを強化しよ
ついでに他の言語
I
の
mean,
本
all
を
the
借りて
greyrat
き
men
ま
are
す
the
か。
same.
う。
ありがとうございます。
Yeah.
ロキシー先生、お元気ですか？近況報告。
Except for I guess maybe
僕は今
Soros. We haven't
他
seen
の
him
大
do
陸の
anything
言
yet.
語を学び始めま
Except
した。
yell.
重心語に等身語、魔人語。この世界にはまだまだたくさんの言語がありそうだ。まだ子供だからか、この体は本当に物覚えがいい。今のうちにたくさん
Doesn't seem to
外
me
国語
that
に触れて
Battle
おこう。
God would need his own language. Or their own language.
全くわからん。
重心語はギレーヌに聞ける。等身語は人間語に似ているっぽいから、これもなんとかなりそうだ。しかし魔人語は参った。全くわからない。
お嬢様。
エリス？
お見苦しいところをお見せしました。
どうしたんですか？
お嬢様、ダンスがどうにもうま
It's
く
fine.
できない
Literally, I
ご
saw
様子で
nothing. She ran down the hall before I opened the
慎重
door.
に察します。
Yeah.
このままではお嬢様は大恥をかいてしまいます。
She don't give a shit about dancing, though.
ええ、せっかくの10歳の誕生日だというのに笑い物にされるなんて。いくらなんでもあんまりだと思いませんか？
つまり僕に何かしてほしいと？
エリス様を説得してはいただけないでしょうか？ダンスの練習に戻るよ
Yo,
うに。
you go real close.
It's desperation.
True.
やっぱりここでしたか。ダンスうまく踊れないのですが。
So my mantra in this show is always Rudy deserves whatever happens to him. So,
ダンスなんて
It hasn't been proven wrong yet.
でもパーティーも出ない。
because if he didn't do something wrong right now, he surely has done something wrong before.
なんでや
So
らないといけないのよ。
気持ちはわかる。俺も前世じゃそうやって逃げてた。でも俺は知っている。いつか後悔するんだ。あの時頑張ってればって。
何でもできるルール
Unless there's a massive entrance to that anthill. That thing's not getting inside.
I'd be taking it apart.
そうなの？そりゃそうですよ。例えば先日からいろんな地域の言葉を勉強し始めたのですが、全くわからなくて困っているところです。それでも勉強はやめません。なんで？なんでって言われると難しいですけど。
because y'all haven't invented the phone.
できないことほど一生懸命頑張って
True.
できるようになった時の達成感もすごいからですかね。僕も手伝いますから、ダンスの練習もう一度してみませんか？
I felt that. Concussion.
He said Rudy deserves everything he gets.
何してるの？早くついてきなさい。
'Cause I mean, relatively, even if she keeps punching him for the rest of his life, he's still getting off pretty easy for all the sexual assault.
エリス、ちょっと落ち着いて。落ち着いてるわよ。早すぎます。もう少しリズム取って。ルーデウスが遅すぎるのよ。
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
なんてこった。
This is a teacher that doesn't know how to
ここまで
teach.
とは。
The problem with trying to teach Eris, from what I've seen in the clips, is the fact that Eris is trying to control the dance, which traditionally is not how it works.
Making money.
It's true.
So you're saying that the young dominant girl is trying to be dominant?
Yes, which is why dancing does not work right for her.
重いな。なんだろう。
It's from his daddy.
ロキシーからだ。
Nope. Instantly got it wrong.
Yeah.
ロキシーの香り。
Well, think about it. Literally, it's something he's doing that he can't do and needs help with.
お手紙拝見しました。もう8歳になられますか。成長なされたことと思います。まさかフィットアリを領主ご息女の家庭教師とは驚きで開いた口が塞がりません。それに剣王ギレーヌとも知り合いになるなんて。
Remember this jackass, right?
Yeah.
私の水浴びを覗いていた頃のルーデウスはどこに行ってしまったのでしょうか。遠い人になってしまいましたね。
Hey, just like Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah. Yeah.
さて、本題です
She
が、
would fit right
マ
in.
ジン語を習いたいという話でしたね。マジン語は文献が少なく、文法も独特で難しいと思います。なので、不詳ながら一冊、教科書のようなものを書きました。私の直筆です。かなり時間がかかったので、大切にしてもらえると嬉しいです。本屋とかに並んでたら泣くかもしれません。そういえば、先日王子が私にそっくりの彫像を買ってきました。ローブが着脱式で、体型からほくろの位置まで同じでした。もしかすると、近日中に呪い殺されるかもしれません。不安です。大丈夫です。
no.
出します。
No.
Sort of a different version of sexual assault, and that he's like creating basically porn of her and selling it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, remember he said, I don't have any way to study the demon god language because I can't figure it out.
Yep.
We only know one demon.
It's true. No, the oh no was more at the fact like
I'll make
We've
her
got-
let me lick her feet.
yeah. But like we have an imagine Rudy if he didn't have any redeeming qualities, and that's that kid.
これなら
Oh.
ギリギリ明日は乗り越えられそうですね。本当？ええ、ルーデウス様との練習の成果が出せればきっと大丈夫です。
明日のパートナーは僕じゃないですけど大丈夫ですか？
Ooh, that's not gonna happen, my friend.
思い出して頑張りましょう。
わかったわ。
心配だ。
You see, what's gonna happen is her partner is not gonna be able to dance with her, and she's gonna be like, "Where's Rudy?"
お米ないですか？ないですよね。すみません。
Either there is no rice, or this isn't a country that uses rice.
I'm gonna say this isn't a country.
I'm pretty sure it's a country.
I mean, a country that doesn't use rice.
エリスお嬢様、おめでとうございます。
ありがとう。
耐えられるか？いきなり殴りかかったりしないよな。
ルーデウス様。
これはエドナ先生。ごきげんよう。
大丈夫でしょうか、エリス様。
何事もなく終わってくれればいいですね。
さあ、本日のメインイベントを始めるぞ。わしに取り入りたいものは孫娘の手を取るがよい。
It's a challenge.
私と踊っていただけますか？
Nope. Oh snap!
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
お嬢様、ちょっと早すぎ。
したエリス、立ちなさい。まさか踊れないのか。
いったー。
Come on, baby. Come and save the day.
最近はマシになってきたと聞いていたのに。あんな踊りも踊れないと。
See, I don't know why you say this shit out loud in such a quiet room.
Oh, that's because it's it's petty rich people shit.
Right, but you're in their place.
That don't matter.
You don't fuck with Soros. I feel like if he heard that shit, he'd beat you with his cane. That doesn't matter where you are.
In this environment, he can't because it's in front of everybody.
I don't know about that.
やってくれたな、ルーデウス。
とりあえず練習通りやりましょう。分かってるわよ。行きますよ。
The implication, though, is you're dancing with her after Sora said, if you want my favor, take my daughter's hand. So you're no longer just dancing, either.
Yep.
エリス、まさか緊張してるんですか？
おじい様やお父様たちが見てるもの。
エリス。
Come on. This is a chance to do better. There you go.
Or it's a chance to do a Back to the Future. You know, pull out a modern hit. Teach everyone a dance from the future.
There you go, Rudy. It's the same as battle, baby. It's all footwork and technique.
God, the Middle Ages were boring. I cannot imagine being one of the people who stands in a room watching people dance and then being excited. This just means I couldn't be rich. I could have more fun sitting out in the farm just watching the pigs. You know?
It's a fun environment to be in. It actually is, especially if you see people like the improvement in people.
エリスがちゃんと練習に取り組んだからこそできたんですよ。おいくつですか？ご趣味は。
Well underage. It's how old I am.
あまり目立たれると困るんだが、まあ今日は特別な日だから許すとしよう。ベッドに連れ込むなら否認はしてくれよ。
Don't do too much, but I'm not gonna say no. And there it is.
はい、どうぞ。何それ？僕の師匠によると、魔術の師匠は弟子に杖を送るそうです。
The way you say that is, what are
よ
those?
ければもらってください。
そんなのよりあっちのがいい。
ルーデウス師匠、ありがたく頂戴いたします。
苦しゅうない。エリスはそっちが欲しいんでしたっけ？
私もそっちがいい。ありがとうございます。
良きに計らえ。なんだ。
Rudy, you can tell that Rudy is smart.
ふむ。一族に伝わる魔除けの指輪だ。つけていると夜に悪い狼に襲われないと言われている。いいの？ああ、ただの迷信だったからな。
It's definitely helpful here, but
We'll see.
put it on my pig.
If she were to adventure, that would be helpful. Now only the neutral and good wolves will attack her.
迷信だったと？ああ、あれは寝苦しい夜だった。パウロが水浴びでもしようと誘ってきて。やっぱ結構です。
Of course it was Paul.
He's like, I'm good. I'm good.
I know where every story with Paul and a woman ends. It's how I was made.
Indeed.
Wow. 生前食わぬはなんとやら。いたずらしちゃうぞ。
There you go.
魔除けの指輪、効果あるじゃん。
Ah, Rudy, you're not a wolf. Just a pervert.
Okay. Oh.
こんな時間からお盛んだこと。
ルデウスか。
サウロス様、申し訳ございません。
Now you can say all the greyrats are the same.
よい。
Yeah.
見てみろ、ルデウス。
いつもと調子が違う。賢者モードだろうか。
I respect that.
なぜそう思われるのでしょう。
そう考えた方が良いからだ。
なるほど。
A stupid way to look at stuff.
俺も祈っておこう。どうか空から女の子が降ってきますように。
Are you worried about it? No. Why? Because I'm not.
Well, he said it's better that way. Sure, maybe. Yeah, you don't plan for things if you don't worry about them, though.
True.
So yeah, I guess that's where we dead end the episode with what's that? Who cares? Let's keep going.
That thing that they pointed out, that's not going to matter.
I mean, I don't even really know what it is, right? It's a black sphere with 2 hoops around it. So,
yeah.
Biblical angel?
Biblical angel's a possibility.
Here in this fantasy world with many different gods.
True, which means what to what deity?
Well, I mean, that was more of a joke. It didn't have eyes on it or anything, so.
I know. Well, we're also not close up yet.
Looked more like a black hole, if anything. Or a sphere of annihilation. Sphere of annihilation with 2 hemispheres around it.
Yes. I'm guessing it's a portal for demons to come out, but it's sealed away. That's the only.
But why though? Remember that demons are just like another race in this world. Roxy is a demon.
Well, so when I say demons, I mean some sort of chaotic, more.
Turning Point 1. Next episode is Turning Point 1. Because they really spell it out for you. The one, there's going to be more than one turning point. But this is the first one.
Nope. Every show gets one turning point.
Yeah, that's why we named it World War I, because there was never another one.
Exactly. Yeah, so I think this city's gonna be fucking destroyed.
Why?
Either way, no.
Well, I mean, I'm saying why. In the parlance of anime, that we don't know what that thing is, even your example, if it was a demon summoning thing, I would anticipate somebody teleports out of it and has something important to say to Rudy, or challenges Rudy, or, that sort of thing. Because we know that he got isekai'd, maybe somebody else will get isekai'd. Maybe that's the thing that isekais people. I don't know, your whole summoning thing implies so many things.
It does. No, so I think this turning point thing is going to be more of a personal, like, personal victory.
So you mean that the turning point is more about, say, what Kelvin was talking about before, the
Yes.
embracing personal change? I'm assuming you're getting there from the he didn't grope her in her sleep thing?
That started it, but I think the thing in the sky is like a future down the road thing. And I think this is going to be the turning point of something else that specifically involving Rudy.
Well, I mean, we know specifically about that thing in the sky that it's not hidden. And it's not like a Jujutsu Kaisen thing, only certain people can see it.
Yeah.
Soros looked up and said, you know, assumedly everybody, God, I don't know for how far, can probably see it. You know, people out in the fields probably see that thing. Not even people just in the city.
True, and there's probably people who don't even know what it is.
Well, I mean, Soros didn't know what it is, and he's like the grandfather of the family. I would anticipate either him or Philip would have knowledge of things.
True, but he also doesn't seem like a scholar.
They have a massive library.
It's true. Seems like his son is a scholar, not him.
Right, but I just mean he's older than him, and I would have to assume. I'm just assuming based on the fact that a bunch of shows like this, maybe that doesn't apply because they're not this show, but set in this kind of like medieval era make books harder to get. So building a massive library is probably multi-generational.
It's true, but that could be a thing to show off.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying that we've got one guy's opinion, and he's not concerned. Obviously, the maid didn't say anything. And, I mean, my problem is with that scene is that the first time I saw it, I took it from Rudy's position, who just gives a, oh, you horn dog. But the way she covers herself up and runs out did not immediately read to me on the second viewing here, as though she would just, oh, like, oh, you caught me, and runs off. She seemed a little bit more tense than I remembered last time.
Absolutely, she seemed tense.
As though Soros is abusing his position, and...
Oh, he absolutely... That was 100% the implication.
You say, but if we only look at Rudy's face and his reaction to it, it doesn't seem like the implication. Which is, again, my problem is I'm remembering Rudy's face and his reaction only from last time. Whereas it seemed a bit more tense from Soros' perspective. Again...
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember the whole sexual assault thing from Paul's past either, so... Clearly there's elements of this, just like... I remember I drank a good milkshake last time I drank this. I don't remember all the Ipecac people poured into my milkshake before I drank it.
Yeah, so... in this, I think Rudy's perspectives and the way Rudy sees things is at this point I think it's meant to be a sort of glazed over, like, oh, that looks fun type of energy to it, versus actual people's reactions in the show to what's actually happening.
I'm just thinking now there is a show on the list of shows that I have that either are going to show up in the poll whenever we do a poll again for what show to watch next, or I don't know, find a way to watch that I think you would be perfect for watching, only because of the way that you watch things. I don't want to say the name because it would spoil everything. The less I talk about it, the better.
That's fine.
You know what? Anybody out there who's still listening at this point, put a guess down below in the comments, and I'll give you a... no, Justin sometimes looks at the comments.
Hold on.
No, not doing that. No, okay. Not doing that. I would like them to guess. I'm just saying, I was going to say I'll give you a thumbs up in the comments if you guess it right, but I'm not going to do that. Make a guess, though. I'd be interested to know what you think, show y'all think I'm talking about. We've reacted to it once before, which gives Justin no clues. Our library is massive. So
Also, heads up, I haven't looked back one time to see what all shows have been reacted to. So,
despite the fact we have an archive channel, I think I deleted most of
Exactly.
the archive. I started trying to do a thing where I was like, oh, can I make this archive look better? You know, links and images and whatnot. And I messed it all up, and I'm gonna take so much time to fix it. And I just decided I've got too much work to do on the editing. I'm gonna focus on the editing for now. But yeah, I think you've covered most of the dancing stuff as it was happening.
yes, yeah. So the dancing stuff was covered as it was happening. That to me was also a big moment of Rudy's growth, because it showed his adaptable intelligence, which has always been there. Because he saw that Eris does not understand dancing, but Eris does if you can make her think of something that comes easy to her. If you can, so he related it to combat, hence, boom, connection made. Look what happened.
I think the thing is, as you already said, the adaptable intelligence has always been there. So it's, I don't know. I'm less impressed by a character doing a thing that they've already displayed that they can do. Like, he's already her teacher. So him finding a creative way to teach her a thing is just more of the same.
It's not even just that. I know the adaptable intelligence has always been there, but I think it's showing that has always been there even before being isekai'd. And what we're seeing now is Rudy gaining confidence in himself, which is why he's doing less. He's starting to do less of the things he knows he shouldn't do. Like, he is being... it's almost like he's being given permission to be the person he knows he wants to be.
Right.
But from himself.
Again,
if that makes sense.
As Kelvin pointed out, it's a working process.
Yes.
All right. Anything else from the episode you want to cover?
Not from the episode, but a prediction. I think Eris is going to make a move on Rudy.
Is that the turning point?
I don't think that's the turning point. It could be. However, I think Eris is going to make a move on Rudy based off the way that she responded to the three ladies showing him attention with like the get the hell over here.
Jealousy?
Yeah.
Well, I just mean it would be the first time any girl has hit on him. Because it's been him.
So that might be... Yeah, no, that makes sense as a turning point.
Well, it would be certainly something new, right?
Yes.
All right, well...
But I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, I think that's it then. I've been Theta. This has been Justin. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?